Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Finds of Yesterday, and I wanted to share what I found this past weekend at an estate sale. It was a lovely, lovely estate sale. They had a lot of newer fashion necklaces and some absolute gorgeous cameos that were probably from the early 1900s and maybe late 1800s, but they wanted $650 for some and $350 for others, and they had a gorgeous bracelet that was all cameos with a different scene on each link, and they wanted about $500 for that one. So that was out of my price range, but I did find a lot of fashion necklaces that I want to share with you today. Let's get started over here. A lot of these are glass beaded. This one is just beautiful. There is no name brands on some of these, but other ones, a lot of QVC pieces, just big statement pieces. This one is really pretty with all the rhinestones and the star shapes and all these little star dangles. Very nice piece. And then we have not lavender, an amethyst piece with a spring ring, just a nice beaded chain. We have a lot of these glass beaded. Here is two more. This one's layered, really pretty. And there's a black one in between here, kind of the same, but glass beads. And in between here we have an abalone and glass, it looks like. Beaded linked station necklace. Over here they had America West. These were $5 a piece, and the other necklaces were $2 a piece, so that all the necklaces averaged out to about $2.75 a piece. This one is sterling silver. America West is a really nice brand. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but if you check out their website, they really do have some nice pieces. And the turquoise one. And then this one is interesting. It has like almost like petrified wood, just a unique bead with little turquoise stones in between. This lady had an eye for fashion. She had tons of clothing as well that were all vintage pieces and nice and sequiny and sparkly, and she must have loved to dress up. This one is just ice cold. I mean ice cold compared to a lot of stones, so not sure what type of bead this is. It's definitely stone, but I've never felt the stones be this ice cold. It's kind of got like a snake-like chain on it, a double chain with this unique clasp. Trying to figure it out. It's magnetic. And then we have this Omega choker necklace or collar necklace with a box clasp. It just opens up like that. That's a nice big chunky statement necklace. This one is very unique. I don't want to pick it up because they fold over easily, so it's hard to get it to lay straight. But I guess once you have it on, you'll be fine. It's just getting it situated on your neck to make it work. But it's a really cool copper necklace. Over here, I believe these are all QVC pieces. You have this interesting bead that's got a box clasp. They almost look like African trade beads, but I don't know what they are exactly. They feel acrylic. They might be wood. They're carved with a black stain in them. It's a really nice piece. And this one is all glass layers, polished beads. Pretty necklace, and then it tapers on the top and has a lobster claw clasp, so that means it's newer. This one here, I believe, is a Jane Miller. That's a QVC brand, is my understanding. But look at this. It is so full. Colorful, bright, and cheerful. Great for springtime. And this one here, I'm pretty positive, is Jane Miller. And you see, they all had like bags with them. This silica, which I again believe it has something to do with QVC. This one is on a cord. It still has the original tag. It says, "Feel confident and be empowered. Silka Designs." So maybe that's just the brand. Isn't that cool? And matching bracelet, stretch bracelet, and earrings that dangle. Cool set. This one, oh, it's one of my favorites. Check that out. That is so pretty. It's just lucite faceted square beads. If you look close, you can see they're faceted. Layers upon layers. I believe there was 7 layers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 7 layers. I'll show you the picture of what it looks like on the neck. I'll post it right up here. And then this one is called Monies. It has an interesting clasp on it. Kind of overlaps. So when you hook it together, I can get it to work. It looks like that. But it's got some abalone, what I call guitar picks, because they're real thin and they're almost in the shape of guitar picks, with wood beads, layers upon layers. Again, I believe this might have been on QVC. She liked to shop QVC. Has these acrylic brown clip earrings that are marked. Then we have another abalone or dyed mother of pearl, which I think it's abalone. It's long. You could layer it, and it had matching earrings. And this over here is another full beaded glass, brown tone, black seed beads, clear AB with a spring ring clasp. And again, that's tons of silica bags with all of this stuff. So that's half of what I got. Okay, and this is the second half of what I got. This is a gorgeous cinnabar and horn necklace. See the pretty carved cinnabar? Kind of has a matte shade to it. Very cool pieces. You should not see any seams on cinnabar. Apparently it's a technique where they layer and layer and layer lacquer and then they carve into it. I'm not 100% on the technique, so I'm not going to say any more. Look at the cute little heart carved one. And then horn. The black is horn. And it has some matching earrings that are pierced. Pretty cool. And we have a Trifari double layered chain. And it's got a nice fold over clasp on the end. Marked Trifari. Upside down. And next we have this gorgeous blue with, it's like a transparent glass and then these blue stone teardrop shapes. I believe they're stone. They may be glass, but I think they look more like a stone. Not sure what kind of a stone. Maybe agate. Then we have these cloisonne beaded, station beaded necklace with gold. This looks newer because it's just so shiny, which, check out these beads. This is champlive. It's very similar to cloisonne, but when it has these indents in it, like this gold foil is kind of recessed, that means it's champlive. And on a cloisonne bead, they would have, it would be totally smooth, because they put layers and layers of glass and they sand it down in between each layer and it ends up being smooth. This one they leave openings just to give it depth and some texture and some personality. It's a pretty long necklace. That's a really pretty piece. And speaking of cloisonne, this is more of a cloisonne bead. This pretty red one. See how the bead is all smooth with a butterfly on it? Sanded down, completely smooth. And this one is long too with the barrel clasp, it looks like. Nope. Yeah, it's actually a box clasp. All right, next we have this pretty light amethyst. Amethyst comes in so many different shades, but this one is just so pretty, just a light lavender color with a barrel clasp, beaded. Does anybody know what this is? Anybody remember these? This is definitely a vintage piece. I found this at, I stopped at a storage unit that had tons of stuff pulled out of their units, and they had some jewelry, and I found that there. So this is called pop beads. Watch. You just pop them apart. You can pop them apart anywhere on the necklace, and you can add whatever colors you want to them. So this one is actually kind of short, but if you have your own, you could easily add different colors and make it fun. It's interchangeable. It's kind of neat. This one here looks like amethyst or garnet, possibly. It looks like she paid $40 for it originally. And it's got a nice old barrel clasp on it. These might be puka shells or mother of pearl, possibly. And we have this fused glass piece. Look at that fused glass. Bright colors, cheerful. And they added 5 pieces to a necklace, which you don't see that very often. It's a really pretty piece with a clear chip quartz, possibly, and blue glass. And last on here we have, my first reaction was carnelian. Is it transparent? Yeah, it does have some transparency to it, so it may be carnelian. And it almost looks like it's set on sterling. And look at them beads. I believe they are carnelian. Let's find the clasp, which is a spring ring. And next we have this gorgeous shell piece. Look at these shells. On rope. What a neat piece. And then I found this little mirror that folds up, and the outside has celluloid on it. And then over here we have another tray. First piece is these nice glass brown beaded, not sure what the oval disc looking ones are, but it has this nice tassel end to it, and it has a matching bracelet with it. So pretty. This does have a lobster claw clasp, so it is newer. And then we have this pretty seed bead, multicolored, fun, colorful. It's kind of dainty, double layered necklace with matching earrings. And this one's cool. It's a hat pin with a gold cap on it. And rhinestones and a little faux pearl top. And tortoiseshell, looks like tortoiseshell pin. And over here is this, I thought was celluloid, but the more I pick it up, it's kind of got a rubbery feel to it. But that's an interesting older brooch. And we have some Matisse leaf clip-on earrings and some Carol Lee. And I didn't pick up the other Carol Lee earrings, which I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. And these 2 stretch bracelets are fabulous. Fabulous. They are probably Jane Miller, and they probably had matching necklaces that I missed. I did not see them, and unfortunately I did not get them. Then we have this copper cuff bracelet. I always pick up copper bracelets. I love them, and it's only my taste. I don't know that they're fabulous sellers, but they do look pretty cool. And so we have some Chico's acrylic lucite earrings, which are always good. Anything lucite is always good. And look at the rock lucites. Them will go well. Dangles. And then these gorgeous wedding cake beads. Murano. Not. Probably not. I don't think they are, but they have some really cool gold filigree caps on them with a little bit of glass accent beads on this big chunky wire. And then some really pretty rhinestone marquee shaped with this flower that overlaps. Kind of makes me think of Shriner, but I don't think they are. With clip earrings or clip backs and rivet construction. And then the best of all, oh, I forgot these. Kenneth J. Lane. I don't think these are actually Kenneth J. Lane. They're earrings, chandelier earrings. They could be. They're clip, but I'm really not sure that they are. They sparkle. They're really nice quality. And this bracelet that I don't think matches, but it's pretty close because it's got the gunmetal color on it and the red stones, but the red stones are a little different. I think it's just in a Kenneth J. Lane box. And the best thing I found was these two bracelets. They are slider bracelets, but they're from like the 1880s. And they called them wedding garters back then. And they have the little tassels on the end. They're matching. I'm thinking that maybe the bride wore one and the groom wore one, but I'm not positive how that name came about. But they are just great pieces. I paid up for these two. But I've seen these sell for in the couple $100, anywhere from like 80 to a couple hundred. I'll probably sell them separate. I see them sold separate all the time, but they are really cool. Let's look at the back. I paid $25 a piece for them, so they're worth a lot more than that. They are my great find of the day. Since I couldn't afford the cameos, I was pretty happy with getting these two pieces. They're not 14 karat gold, or even gold for that matter. I think they might be gold plated, but the gold is really worn. So anyway, that is my finds from the weekend. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.